Guys, back in today with another reaction on the channel. Today I'll be watching the first episode of the new winter season, which looks incredibly stacked. This show is amongst about 17 others that I'll be watching, so hopefully you tune in for those as well. But I'm looking forward to this. I don't have too much of an idea what this is about. Just off the title, I'm going to guess it's maybe like a villain or a criminal sentenced to be a hero. I mean, it's in the title, but other than that I don't really know anything. I did see, because I saw some of the character designs, I thought, wow, that looks so much like Mushoku Tensei, and I'm not sure if it's the same author. I don't think it is, but at least the director of quite a few episodes of Mushoku Tensei is working on this as well, so hence the character designs look maybe not similar as in the characters, but like the style of them looks very similar. And you guys know I absolutely love the style of Mushoku Tensei. Love the studio, which I think was created just for that series, which is pretty awesome. But it's not the same studio or anything, I don't think. But yeah, that's the first thing I picked up on, like the character designs. I'm gonna like quite a bit here. But yeah, nice hour-long episode to get us started as well. You guys know I love my extra long introductions. I wouldn't say they're necessary, but I always bring up the season where Free-Ren, Apothecary Diaries, and Dungeon Meshi was airing, where all three of them had extended intro episodes or multiple intro episodes. And that just like that starts you off brilliantly. That's how you get excited. That's how you get like absorbed into the anime, I think. It might not be the case, but I personally think that was a big reason why those three shows were so highly regarded, as well as them just being fantastic. What is that? Is that a frog? Fluff. Not quite a frog. Got some frog's legs, maybe. Dead ass, bro. You're jumping out there. Do I look like I'm fucking about? I mean, I assumed he was going to use him as bait to run away, but surely that would be futile, right? Those weird, like, shiny antlers. Use that tongue, bro. Use that bloody tongue. Strange shoes. Studio Kai. I'm not sure I've watched the Studio Kai show before. I'll have to check. Okay. So they can be revived, but in different bodies. They've died a lot. I wonder if we'll explore that. I mean, that's one of the massive themes of ReZero, about appreciating your life, even if you can be reborn over and over again. And it's done incredibly well there, so. Interesting concept they've introduced it. So I think that probably makes the title make more sense as well. I imagine these guys were like reincarnated into bodies of heroes. Maybe they're intended to replace the heroes that died or something. Yeah, I was gonna say, got some interesting tattoos or whatever that is on his neck. I mean, that's also something. I was recently playing a game called Lost Odyssey. It's a bit of a theme of that, like lost memories of immortals, which is probably the best part of that game. I thought was the memory dream segments, they called them. That's the coffin, right? Whose body's in there? I guess, like, it's gonna sound weird, but I guess that adds quite a bit more value to dead bodies in this universe, doesn't it? The dead body of some ridiculous warrior, some like gigantic specimen, would be quite valuable. Or maybe secretly killing some like king or something, and then doing the reincarnation magic to become him, or something like that. I don't know. Just happened, bro. So they call this blight, demon blight stuff, seemingly kind of taking over this forest and the living beings of this forest. Pretty gross, doesn't it? Oh yeah, that's the design I saw when I thought, you know what, she looks right out of Mushoku Tensei. I will say the style does look quite different actually animated than it did in the photos I saw. Don't get me wrong, it looks similar still, but like not quite as similar as I thought. Ooh, nice bit of gore. Lovely guts. Nice. Oh yeah. Actions look good so far, hasn't it? I did say this earlier, but I kind of had a feeling it would be with who's directing this. Jeez. Sound effect there. Boom. Sound like a shotgun. So it's probably intentional, but I'm already not much of a fan of this blonde kid. I mean, the first 10 minutes, he's a thieving, cowardly kid with a slightly annoying voice. And she's up. A goddess, like me. You do so yourself. Or he's just going to stand out. Talk. They're dying down there, guys. They're probably dead by now. On kid, you've already been replaced, bro. Get out of here. Señorita. There's a lot like terror still. This guy's not having a good time with her, is he? Apparently. So I actually assume it's that he's sentenced to be her knight then. Okay. It's like a sentence for him, where that would be a huge honour for many other people, you'd assume. Okay. I think I'm getting the general gist of things. So he's not like a criminal. Well, I don't know. Maybe he is. That kid definitely is. They are still somehow alive. Okay. Good job, guys. Okay, superheated. Again, the action does look very nice, doesn't it? Jesus. Eviscerated that thing. It's amazing, isn't it? Literally, like almost no trace left of him. Well, this kid can do stuff. Okay. Why did they do that before? I guess maybe he gave it to him in the meantime after they met or something. I don't know. But as I said, I'm already not that much of a fan of this kid. Maybe it's the voice actor. I don't know. I'm not saying the voice actor's doing a bad job. It's just like feels like he's intentionally got a very annoying voice. So I know these things look quite different, but they really remind me of I think the trolls from Berserk a little bit. Disgusting, like lumpy fuckers. Well, that thing's got some power. But yeah, it reminds me a little bit of if you guys have played the original Borderlands, one of the Iridian weapons in that game. They weren't ever that good, unfortunately, but they actually like look and shoot quite similarly. A penal hero. Condemned. So I'm guessing that's to show that he's been reincarnated. Or revived, or whatever you want to call it. Bro, he literally just saved your life. Well, this didn't go very smoothly. They're gonna die anyway. Potentially. And he's of course got the they were pretty good at hiding that till now. And that's the first time we saw that. He's got those as well. So yeah, as I said, I feel like that's to differentiate between people that have been reincarnated. Maybe you need some way to tell them apart. Otherwise, as with what I said earlier about the whole like becoming a king or something, you could just run wild and kind of die and then be reborn in anybody you want. You could be a king. You could be a baby. You could be anybody. The Pope. And I guess you could like infinitely reincarnate. I don't know. We'll learn more about it, of course. Guy's got the same red eyes. I forgot to mention this in the intro, but this I'll probably mention at the end as well, but it doesn't air every Saturday. I think there's a break next week, and then I think it's airing again on Thursdays, but don't quote me on that. I'll have a look at the ending of the episode, but it's only on Saturday for today, I believe. Ooh. Tell her. The thing about these guys is, I mean, I know they weren't too much help earlier, but they actually might have been of help if this fight happened like just after they got saved, because they still have some adrenaline in their system. But now I'm assuming they're really feeling the effects of what they've gone through. I mean, look at that guy's head. There's no way he'll be able to fight again. You definitely don't deserve it, but yeah, yeah. Purple. They're both sides. They're both sides blood right there. Oh shit. Here we go. Lightning stuff. Oh, those are bigger versions of that weapon we saw that annoying kid use. So the music's been really good this episode, hasn't it? Badass commander. And shoot them. Shoot those motherfuckers. This is quite. It's like quite an interesting place. Oh my god, look at that! There is a troll. I did speak about the trolls earlier. Not that I was expecting them, but yeah. I mean, I don't know if there was like an option, but it seems like a pretty bad place to take shelter right next to the water, because I said earlier about them having frog's legs. Seems like they'd be more adapt to the water. Like usually they use water as a it's like an aid, but in this case it's actually a net negative, right? Call them the Whites Tudor Knights. I mean, when we looked from their vantage point, there was literally one shot going off at a time. Like, this defense has not gone well. Already. I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but surely, like, they don't seem to have any arms, right? They're just like bouncing on their hind legs. Surely they'd be quite easy to like maneuver around. They do have big ass mouths, to be fair, which are hard to avoid. But if you're like quite agile, you'd probably be pretty good against these frog monsters. Let's split up. And he's gonna go steal shit. Okay. I'll say good. You need the power of miracles. So yeah, that's what I was saying a minute ago. Like we're literally seeing one shot firing off. Like can't be. Yeah, that's not nearly enough. I was gonna say there are some different style ones, wasn't there? More like bulbous ones, purple ones. They got these little tadpoles we call them. They're firing out. Look a bit like sperm as well. Tadpole sperm monsters. They also kind of look like those things from Dark Souls. One, you know, I think they're in the Mirror World place, as well as a few other places. I think maybe as well. But like you shoot them and then they turn into like a big purple ball and explode, and it's really fucking annoying because that poison you. It's like a poison cloud. I really like this woman's design. I think a lot of the designs have been pretty cool. It reminds me of someone as well. I can't quite put my finger on it. Either. Why though? The Demon Lord. Maho. Oh no, but frog. So they are actually like mutated, horrible frogs. Okay. Geese as well. Or geese. Yeah, that's a geese. I don't know. Goose. Mausama. Old Gorky. What a kind of cute name for a thing, isn't it? Old Gorky. Really cute name. So what's that? A cockroach? Something? Jesus, it's got like a whole cast on its back. I was going to say this a minute ago. It sounds really strange. I mean, I brought up Dark Souls earlier. This kind of feels like it'd be a really good game. Be a really fun game to play. This firepower. Where was this earlier? You had something like this? You just wasted it. Oh god, it's going to reflect it. Ah, oh, fuck's sake, guys. Okay. Invulnerable to that, okay. Why is there like a whole building on its back? Man, this episode, action-packed first episode. I was kind of expecting like a half and half. Just non-stop action right here. What was that big ass thing? They do. What's so wrong about being a hero? Like, again, I'm looking forward to looking into these things that are bringing up this episode, like his hate for goddesses, whatever's going on with him, like why are we calling these criminals heroes? Like, yeah, I mean, he is heroic. Clearly, he's already shown to be more of a hero than anyone else we've seen so far. Why is he so discriminated against? She knows him. She knows of him. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty damn cool. That is. I like that. I like my insects. It's also got this weird penis. I like. It's penile eyeball where it's shooting rocks from. It's got a bit of. My friend had this. Kidney stones or whatever they're called. My friend had that once. And he said it was the most painful thing he's ever been through. He did used to drink quite a bit at home, to be fair. I don't think I'm ever at risk of getting that. I do drink a lot of water, and I barely ever drink alcohol or anything like that. So honestly, I could never imagine myself peeing out a stone like that. But yeah, these monsters have got really cool designs. There's a lot of fucking frogs in this forest. That's one thing I'm noticing. How many frogs are there here? Give me some more of these dogs or wolves, whatever they are, with the twisting heads. That looked cool as hell. That did. Oh shit. Just. Oh, I really just killed all these people by making that terrible decision, didn't you, woman? I don't know her name. We'll just call her the woman. The only woman we've seen. Is this goddess a woman? I mean, I assume it's a little girl. I don't know. You never know in anime. Which could be 1,000 years old. I mean, yeah, I've been kind of wondering at what point are we actually going to see her play a part in the action? Don't ever want that. So he's had some kind of power or covenant or whatever with a goddess before, and he clearly didn't like it. Again, that kid, like, I'm glad we haven't seen him since then, but how bad could he, like, he's thieving, he's it's just awful, and now he's just like gone for good during the hardest like sections. It's like, is there a way to introduce a more annoying character than that guy? Is there a way to get ourselves on a worse foot with a character than that fucker who has now also left us at our most dire time? Fucking asshole. Not that he could do much, but even so. Oh, let's do it then. Let's do it. What must be the pay like off? What must be the negative of doing this that he hates it this much? I mean, we're not really sure what he will be capable of without help, but you assume it'd be something crazy. So we would assume there'd be an equal amount to repay or something. Kiss your blood. We'll turn to Gilgamesh for a second. So I actually did as well. Sharing consciousness. Interesting. So she's like Gilgamesh? Goddess of Swords. She actually is. Okay, pretty cool, pretty cool. Jeez. That's a lot of swords. The Goddess of Swords, of all things. Oh, okay, that was easy. So again, what's so bad about this? I mean, she did kind of say that, to be fair. But the big guy's still out there as well, right? So I think these wolves are probably my favorite. I said earlier they probably had the coolest shot, with, like the head was like spinning around with the blight, we'll call it, like on their necks. Like they look really cool. They almost look like a bit of a like giraffe. Got infinite blades, bro. I mean, I haven't watched all of the Fate series, but I assume a big part of the one called Infinite Blade Works has a lot of this. I haven't actually watched that one yet, though. Get rid of that penis eye. That spark will grow stronger. Got bro twitching. Okay, fights. Because I was gonna say, like, insects have incredibly hard exteriors, so I was assuming we'd like make our way inside. Maybe we do that. Maybe we make our way inside, then unleash the blades. I definitely want to see this thing cut off, just for satisfaction's sake. The big one. God, go full body of that. How big is this sword? Oh, not worry too much about the exterior. Go straight through it. Again, I've got to say this episode's animation has been quite incredible, hasn't it? Surely that's still alive though, right? Oh, that's definitely not enough to kill this thing. Is that him? Is he fucking back right at the end? That last hole. Kill this boy. Kill him. I say boy, he's probably like, as I said, probably like hundreds of years old. Transferring bodies and all sorts, so who knows? And why are you even lying? You left a note. I guess this might actually come in quite handy. It looks like he stole one of those like magical bomb things. Judging from the green markings on the side. Like this like generator of energy or something. Just could boot that thing. Yeah, the soundtrack, really, really good. I like the soundtrack a lot. Epic. Quite epic soundtrack. Okay, we actually did kill it, cool. Okay, still got 10 minutes left, but playing the credits now. Maybe, no, what would we be doing in the last 10 minutes? Surely it wouldn't be like 10 minutes of credits. Maybe they're going to play the opening or ending song, maybe. So he's done that a few times. I mean, it's quite the leap, isn't it? I mean, the Demon Lord is usually like the end goal for a series like this, isn't it? This guy's already defeated him a few times, and we've already defeated one at the first episode. Again, there was pretty much full action in this episode. I'll be looking forward to seeing what the more kind of wider story of this show looks like. I was good. That's probably one of the disappointments of this episode. I was looking forward to getting a bit more of that, but again, don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed it. The action was great, looked great, sounded fantastic. But again, I'm looking forward to seeing what the actual kind of story looks like here. And getting into a bit more of these things that they kind of hinted at with the characters in this episode. So again, what was so bad about this? What was so bad about sharing his consciousness or whatever with her? We've had oh, so okay, so there's a glimpse of it there. Maybe it wasn't so much that there was a payoff or like a negative to it, but more so the fact that he mentioned earlier about like a flame or something about it sparking up more. So maybe the more they use the power, the more these goddesses like are fated to die or something. He clearly like had a pretty close relationship with one before, and he doesn't want to do that again because it will just end. Something along those lines, probably. Maybe it was overuse of the goddess. Maybe it was just natural because he's immortal and it was just her time or something. Who knows? Four bites. And what's that then? Do you reckon he killed the previous goddess? Do you reckon he had to? He did. Do you reckon he had to? Probably. Surely that's a good reason. It doesn't strike me as. I mean, obviously there's a good reason. Is there anything about this guy that we saw in this episode where you think he'd just do that? Just off a whim or something? Okay, I'm gonna get a bit. Okay, good, good. As I said, I was hoping to get a bit more of like the surrounding stuff and story and things today, so glad we're ending with a bit of that. That. It's got like vibrating. Getting a bit pissed off, maybe. Not if he did or not, it's why. Ask why. I reckon she got like infected or something. She did. Surely if he like brought her body back or something, they'd be able to see this blight stuff on her, right? I mean, even if that was the case, he would probably still get persecuted because he led to her getting infected, and they're making it out like he wasn't ordered to or anything. So the blame would still be put on him. So not much difference there, I guess. But sorry, I did just miss a line there because I was yapping a little bit. I won't bother sorting out of time. I've only got a couple minutes left. Corrupted. So they just kind of become a normal person? Sounds fine. I mean, sounds like a decent outcome for a goddess. Just become a normal person. But you assume, like, considering the situations they get in, it's actually terrible because they could just turn into a normal person in the middle of a fight, which is just awful. Who is this person we keep going to here? Cut out the guy's tongue. So actually, the tattoo around his neck is more of a symbol of his crime of killing this goddess then. Why does that other guy have one as well then? Seems like it. I mean, where would they even get these reports? If these were the only people, if him and his goddess was the only people on this mission, where would they even get like? Why were they even using these reports and like such? Like, who would be reporting the actual truth and so on? There would be no one to. So yeah. I look rugged right here. $9,004. What does that mean? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Pretty decent episode. I do think the story elements and the characters weren't awfully strong. They were decent, but nothing kind of new or interesting. Not like anything has to be like new, but they were alright. But the clear standouts here is the soundtrack. I think was brilliant. The animation looked incredible throughout the whole episode, throughout the whole hour. And yeah, it was just a very action-packed episode, no stopping whatsoever. I think the creature designs are really cool as well. But yeah, I mean, we haven't really got too much into the story elements. Sorry, I'm just going to be getting up the studio. I did want to look up something. We didn't really get into too many of the story elements into these last 5 minutes, but it's pretty like cliche in terms of like what it's doing. Nothing doesn't seem like the story will be anything kind of incredible, but there does seem to be some promise with the characters a little bit. Hopefully we don't see too much of that annoying boy. So yeah, it's confirmed for 12 episodes, including this one, I imagine. So 11 more episodes, I hope anyway. It might be the case where this takes up 3, but I doubt that. I imagine this is just going to be episode 1, then episode 2 will be like 24 minutes long. Doesn't say for sure how long the preceding episodes will be, but again, we can assume they're going to be about 25 minutes. This will be airing on Thursdays, and as I said earlier, this is the only day it's going to be airing on a Saturday, and it's not going to be airing next week. I don't believe. I believe the next day it'll be airing is not next Thursday, but the Thursday afterwards. And that should be out at about 2 PM UK time. And yeah, I think that's all the logistics spoken about. Now, I did want to. This is what I really wanted to look at. I wanted to look at if I've seen a anime from this studio before. Okay, I have. I've seen. They done. Oh, really? I guess there is plenty of like different teams and stuff, but they done A Star Brighter Than the Sun, which I literally just finished watching last season. Which, I mean, couldn't be any further away from this show. I mean, it looked good, but the style is like incredibly different. Just what types of shows they are incredibly different as well. But wow, that's like two anime that you would not expect to see right next to each other, isn't it? This show and that. Have they done anything else I've seen? I don't think so. They've done a new Uma Musume season, which I've heard is pretty good. Other than that, I don't think I've seen anything from them. They've done a couple of Uma Musume seasons. They've done the original Horimiya as well, which I haven't seen, but I've seen the remake and I didn't especially enjoy it, to be honest. But yeah, this will be, I guess, the second anime I've watched from this studio. But again, incredibly different than the one I did initially watch. But yeah, as I said, not too much to say. Just some really nice action. There wasn't anything really wrong. Like you can't go wrong with that. It was just an action-packed episode. Like I said, the worst part of the episode was definitely this kid. So I'm glad he wasn't much of a part of it for the second half. But yeah, the story we'll get more into. Hopefully, it's a bit more. Hopefully, we spend a bit more time on that in future episodes. I do expect that we will. I imagine this was just a big flashy start to get us kicked off. But yeah, again, the animation was incredible. I really like the style. The design of the characters looks really cool. I would say like the character kind of tropes are very much there, like upbeat. I forget the name of it, but not exactly a tsundere, but like the style of this goddess is seen quite often. Quite a rugged main character you see quite often, like very generic kind of styles of characters. So hopefully there'll be stuff to differentiate them from the pack in the future. That is definitely the weakest area of the show so far. But again, away from that, the animation and soundtrack were great. So hopefully we see more of that in the future as well. Let me know what you guys think about this one, though, down in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with any of these reactions. And I'll catch you in a couple weeks with episode 2.